Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins. And Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. Coach, I'm excited for next week, man. The big launch.
What's next week, Coach?
The big launch of Coaching
Huge
Youth
launch.
Hoops. And I know some of you that have listened have already jumped in, but those of you that haven't,
Thank you.
yeah, the ones that have, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we've reached out and probably gotten some input from you as we're still building. But those of you that have not, you want to jump in ASAP. Prices will never be lower, and you have a chance to win one of those IC3s from Dr. Dish. $600 if you go online and buy it. So you can have a chance but you got to be signed up by next Wednesday, or it will be a no-go.
It will be a no-go. And like Steve said, it'll never be cheaper. This is the introductory price. We want to learn from you guys. It's only going to go up from there. And it's even if you're not thinking about basketball right now,
right?
You're going to,
yes,
right? And it's coming up. So jump in right now.
Jump in, get the practice plan.
Price for the entire year.
Yes,
so you're not paying monthly.
It's crazy. The price is too low. Anyway, the price is too low.
What did you start Teach Hoops? Did you tell me $27?
No, 19. It was 19.
It was that low. It was
a month.
A month. Yeah. Yes.
Not for a year. It was 199 for a year.
Yeah. 19.
So this is, anyway, I can tell you right now, I'm flying to California if he doesn't raise the prices on May 4th. So I'm just telling you, because we're giving it away, but we're giving it away to our beta members.
Yeah.
And if we get too many beta members, we're going to close the doors. I'm just, Coach and I haven't talked about that, but we're going to close the doors if we get too many members. All right. So what's it's your topic, right? Lack of.
Yeah, it's overcoming lack of experience. So if you're a new coach, haven't coached before, or maybe you got 1 year under your belt, maybe you played, but you haven't coached. That's it. Don't let that stop you. Right. And we're going to dive into kind of maybe creating your roadmap and what you need to do. And again, good segue into Coaching Youth Hoops website.com. Let me say that again, coachingyouthhoops.com website.
Yes.
Joining that because you're going to have all the answers in there. But I think it's really important. I hear this a lot. Hey, I've never coached before. What do you think I should do here? I've never coached before. How do you handle this? And it is scary the first time you're going to stand in front of parents and kids and say, hi, I'm your fourth grade basketball coach, and this is my first time, right? And their parents are looking at you like, oh, we better win, right?
Right. And how am I going to do that? Yes. So, it is a scary thing. I agree. So, and it's a difficult process, but we'll help you through that process.
Yeah.
We'll give you checklists. We'll give you things you need to have that parent meeting, how to maybe talk to the head coach if you're a feeder to the high school team. It's like whatever it is. That's so lack of experience is okay, because I always look at it in terms of a blank slate at that point. Yeah.
Well, I remember I remember coaching my first team. I played, but I never coached. So I didn't know what I didn't know. So, I mean, I just, I sat and I thought, okay, what do I need to do? What did my coaches before do?
Right.
And I just kind of followed that.
And that's the problem. And that's the issue is most coaches pull from their experiences, and we want to help you pull from those experiences, but we want to give you some new things, That's
right, because your experience is probably a little bit dated
a little bit, with small-sided games used a lot when you're, I don't know, maybe
maybe we didn't call them that. Maybe
we didn't. I've been using them for 30 years. Just someone named them. But no, I think lack of experience is okay. But then what are you going to do with that? I mean, again, it was me with coaching baseball with my son. I had a lack of experience doing it. So what did I do? I got some books. I did some reading. I got online. I did all the things to gap that lack of experience, because I wanted to give him and all his friends the best experience they could have. So lack of experience isn't a bad thing. It's more what you're going to do with that lack of experience, I think.
Well, I wrote down 7 things that I think that coaches could do, and I think that we'll think. I know we will address these in coaching youth hoops. So one is just learn the fundamentals, right? And if you played before, you kind of understand, right? You know, a solid understanding of the rules, basic skills, strategies of the game. Okay. 2 is a organized practice plan. I think that's it, right?
Right.
Setting, that should also include setting expectations and establishing roles and communicating with players and parents. And I think this is key, having a growth mindset, because you got to learn, you got to be open, right? You have to be open to accepting this,
new ideas
and feedback and learning from your mistakes, right? So you have to have that mindset. I also think that the support network, another coach, an assistant coach, our Facebook group, all of those things, having that stuff didn't exist when we first started. Who do you turn to, right?
Yes.
Get
those, and maybe you're part of a youth organization too, and you can ask them.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
That's another thing. Yeah.
And then what's have the big picture in mind. What is your why? What's the ultimate goal of the team that you're coaching? What do you want? You're at day 1. Where do you want to be on day whatever, your last practice? What's defined success, right? How are you going to deal with failure? Have all of those things kind of thought through, so it's not a surprise when it gets there, right? And I think this is probably number 1. It should have been down further it should not have been down on my list, which is make it enjoyable and have fun.
Right.
We play basketball, right? It's not work. We don't work basketball. We play basketball. And I think that's so key.
Right. I think those are all, I mean, yeah, it's going through those steps, and like you always talk about, it's a roadmap. It's are you doing these specific things? And that's, and I'll give a little bit of advice for all the coaches that have lack of experience is I always think about post-practice. What went well, what didn't, because as a teacher, I always tell kids, you don't want to have me first hour and you don't want to have me 7th hour, because 7th hour I'm tired, and first hour I'm working out the kinks, even though I've done it before. It's the 2nd or 3rd, because I think about, that didn't go well. I'm going to move that over here. I'm going to do this differently. You should do the same thing with your practices, or what you're developing, or your parent things, or all that. Like, I always consider post-practice. When I'm driving home, it's post-practice. I'm going to think about what went well, what didn't go well, what can we keep, what can we not keep. And that's, again, lack of experience. You don't necessarily think about that, but that's a golden nugget for all of you.
And I think what's going to be important too is to stay the course, stay committed, because it's going to show, and the kids are going to pick up that you care, and when you care, you're going to get their respect. And at the end of the day, you're going to have better practices with those kids.
All the time. All right. Anything else, Coach?
I think what we're building here is, can I call it a master class for youth coaches? I mean, I
don't know. That's probably trademarked, but we'll call it
notes for coaches.
Coaching classroom. We call it coaching classroom or coaching you, or no, some of these coaching you are already taken. Yeah. It's something like that. Yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's everything there.
It's the bucket. It's the basketball bucket. There you go.
Right.
Everything's in the bucket that you're going to.
Everything's in there.
Everything's in there. All right. And then next week.
Big
launch. I'm excited.
We're going to send out announcements. You're going to go join the Facebook group. We'll put it in there. We're going to have a big announcement. We're going to draw the winner live.
And we're going to give some golden nuggets in that launch.
That's right. Yeah.
So you can just come to the launch too if you want, but it'd be silly not to join. Okay. CoachingYouthHoops.com. All right. Till next week, Coach.
Till next week.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.